Let me ask you a question that does not want a quick answer. A question that is not to be debated, but felt. Are you living mental concepts or experienced truths? Not what you have been told is real, not what you have inherited, memorized, repeated, or defended, but what you have actually lived, what your heart has known, what your body remembers, what your soul recognizes without explanation. Because right now, in 2026, the world is loud with concepts, ideas about who is right, stories about who is wrong, definitions of success, freedom, morality, identity, and power. Endless opinions, endless labels, endless noise. And yet, beneath all of it, human beings are quietly longing for the same thing: peace, safety, meaning, belonging, truth. Let me talk about mental concepts versus lived truth. Mental concepts are borrowed. They live in the mind alone. They feel solid until life challenges them. Experienced truth is earned. It is shaped by loss, love, courage, failure, and grace. It does not need to shout, it radiates. A mental concept says, this is how the world works. An experienced truth says, this is what I know because I have lived it. And here is the quiet danger we rarely talk about. When we live only from mental concepts, we define ideas more fiercely than we protect life itself. But when we live from experienced truth, something softens and something wiser steps forward. We start looking at the world with honest eyes. Look around. We are navigating rapid change, technological acceleration, environmental pressure, economic uncertainty, cultural tension, and an exhaustion that many do not have words for. And yet, none of this is happening outside of us. The world is not out there doing something on its own. It reflects the collective state of human consciousness. A world built on unexamined concepts produces fear-based systems. A world guided by lived truth produces responsible change. Peace does not begin with policies alone. It begins when individuals stop distorting the truth and start listening inward in their humanity. You have an inner voice, not the anxious narrator, not the conditioned critic, not the echo of authority figures from your past. This voice is quieter than thought, calmer than emotion. It does not argue. It does not threaten. It guides. Some call it intuition. Some call it conscious. Some call it the higher self, spirit, God, source, angelic guidance, and or galactic presence. Some feel it as an existence with no name at all. Guides may appear as people, as moments, as synchronicities, as stillness, as formless knowing. The form does not matter. The listening does. To hear guidance, you do not strain. You slow. You create space. You ask questions without demanding immediate answers. You notice what brings peace instead of excitement. What feels steady instead of dramatic. What aligns even when it challenges comfort. Inner guidance never rushes you, never humiliates you, never requires violence to yourself or others. It invites responsibility, not guilt, clarity, not superiority, connection, not control. And the more you listen, the more consistent it becomes. Mental concepts divide easily. They create us and them, right and wrong, saved and unsaved, awake and asleep. Experienced truth does something radical. It recognizes that every human, you, is responsible to life from the level of awareness you have reached and survived. When you have experienced grief, you recognize it in others, do you not? When you have experienced love, you extend it more freely. When you have experienced humility, you no longer need to dominate. This is how bridges are built, not by unfair, visible, and invisible contracts, but by understanding. Responsible change does not come from reaction first. It comes from awareness. Ask yourself, am I responding from fear, anxiety, or dread, or from truth, honesty, and reality? Am I repeating what I have heard or speaking from what I have lived? Am I trying to win or heal? Peace is not passive. It is deeply active. It requires courage to question one's own assumptions, to admit uncertainty, to remain open in a world that profits from closed minds. But this is how stability emerges from individuals who are rooted within themselves. Living experienced truth does not mean having all the answers. It means listening more than labeling, feeling before concluding, acting from alignment, not impulse. It means letting life teach you instead of forcing life to match your expectations. And slowly, quietly, your presence becomes an invitation for what is needed to come to you. Others feel safer around you. Conversations soften. Conflicts de-escalate. Not because you are perfect or what you perceive perfection to be, but because you are real in the perfection of recognizing the tranquility within the totality of your being. We are not here to agree on everything. We are here to remember something deeper. That beneath our concepts, beneath our roles, beneath our fears. We are human beings having experiences, trying to make sense of life while longing to belong. The question is not who is right. The question is, am I living from what I truly know or what I have merely learned? Because when enough people choose lived truth over inherited belief, peace stops being an idea and becomes a practice. May you trust what you have experienced. May you listen to guidance that has never left you. May your presence bring balance where there is tension. And may the truth you live become a quiet light in the world, learning how to see again. You are not alone. You never were. And the way forward has always been within you. Until next time, live in peace. Give and receive genuine hugs and love like your life depends on it. Goodbye for now.